Hello, welcome to Legal Learning with Coast to Coast Legal Aid. My name is Michael Habib, and today we will be talking about unemployment compensation. So under Florida law and federal law, there are multiple unemployment programs. So unemployed persons living in Florida may be eligible for a number of programs. I've listed all the programs that are available currently. So this is an exhaustive list. And I will go into detail about each of these different programs in this presentation. So first is reemployment assistance. And reemployment assistance provides unemployment benefits to eligible workers who are unemployed through no fault of their own. To be eligible for this benefit program, you must be a resident of Florida and meet all of the following. So you must be unemployed, you have to have worked in Florida for the past 12 months, because your wages are then put into the base period, which then determines how much you get a week. You must earn a minimum amount of Florida wages. So if you didn't earn enough in Florida, then you may not be eligible. And of course, you must be actively seeking work each week you're collecting benefits. And this also means that if you're offered a job, you must take it, because refusing work may be disqualifying for the purposes of unemployment compensation. So the maximum weekly benefit amount you can get under reemployment assistance in the state of Florida is $275. So a claimant's weekly benefit amount is calculated by dividing their total earnings for the highest paid quarter of the base period by 26. A claimant's base period is the first 4 of the last 5 completed calendar quarters before a claimant's benefit claim begins. And this, of course, is probably pretty confusing. That's because it is, even for us, sometimes we get a little bit turned around, but this is something primarily done by the DEO. And if, for example, you get a determination, a monetary determination, and you disagree with it, say, for example, they didn't include enough wages, that's something you can appeal, and we can help you with that. So the next unemployment program is Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation. I will be referring to this as PEUC. So PEUC is a federal extension of benefits. So, and PEUC was initially created by the CARES Act. So back early last year at the start of the pandemic, tons of people were losing their jobs. And so what this program does is that it allows claimants to claim up to an additional 53 weeks of benefits. It wasn't always 53 weeks of benefits, but with the latest stimulus bill, it is now 53 weeks of benefits, because at first the CARES Act created PEUC to extend 13 weeks of benefits to claimants who have exhausted their benefits under state unemployment programs. Then the CAA, or the Continued Assistance Act, added another 11 weeks on top of that, bringing it to 24. And now we have, I think it's ARP, or the American Rescue Plan, added another 29. My math may be a little bit wrong, but that's the gist. So right now, if you go on to PEUC, you can get 53 weeks of benefits. And the last payable week of benefits under this program will be the week ending September 4th, 2021. So to be eligible for PEUC, an individual must have exhausted all of their RA benefit payments. And again, like PEUC, you must be able and available for work, and you have to report any income. And if it wasn't clear, you have to do that with RA as well. Failure to report your income, like say, for example, some unemployment compensation claimants are working part-time to kind of make ends meet. Any income you make or earn must be reported to the department. Otherwise, there could be criminal consequences, although that's very rare. At the very least, you'll be receiving an overpayment. And the maximum weekly benefit amount under this program is $275, much like RA. And so typically a claimant's weekly benefit amount under PEUC will be the same amount as it was under their reemployment assistance claim. And if it wasn't clear, the only way you can get this program is if you were first on RA. The next program, another program created by the CARES Act back in early 2020, is Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. And Pandemic Unemployment Assistance is fairly unique. Pandemic Unemployment Assistance provides benefits to those not ordinarily eligible for reemployment assistance. So this includes individuals who are self-employed or independent contractors, so contract employees or independent contractors. And PUA provides up to 39 weeks of benefits. And with the CARES Act, it was 39 weeks of benefits. Then with the CAA, it was another 11, so 50. And now with the ARP, or the American Rescue Plan, it is an additional 29 to a total of 79 weeks of unemployment benefits. And individuals who file for PUA for the first time in 2020 or in 2021 will only be able to back their claim to December 1st. The last payable week of benefits under this program, like PEUC, is September 4th, 2021. And like the other two programs before it, the maximum benefit amount, weekly benefit amount you can get under this program is $275, because that is the Florida maximum benefit amount, weekly benefit amount. And to claim for this program, you must be available for work, like the other two. So all of the, like when you claim your weeks, it's going to ask you the same questions. Although the form may look a little bit different, at the end of the day, the questions are very similar. Are you able and available for work? Did you refuse work? Did you report all your income? Are you receiving any income? That sort of thing. And so to be eligible for PUA, a claimant must be unemployed due to one of the following COVID-19 related reasons. I'm not going to read all of them, but it's here. But common reasons why I've seen clients claim PUA is because they were working, let's say at a store, they were working retail, and the store closed due to COVID. They were furloughed. And then during that furlough, they were laid off because there needed to be cuts. Or sometimes there was people who were scheduled to start work, right around the pandemic. And before they could start, the job offer was rescinded because business had gone down due to COVID, and, unforeseen things made that happen. But unlike PEUC, even though it is a pandemic unemployment compensation program, you must have lost your job or job offer in some way due to COVID, whereas PEUC, you don't. So yes, I think that's all I'll say about that. And this is an unemployment program that a lot of people hear about. This is the unemployment program that, between March 29th and July 25th, paid unemployment claimants an additional $600 a week. And since December 28th, I believe, it's been paying out at $300 a week on top of your weekly benefit amount from RA, PEUC, PUA, any one of those programs. And so FPUC benefits was extended in December 2020 with the passage of the Consolidated Appropriations Act. Individuals who are eligible to receive benefits between December 27th and March 13th will receive an additional $300 a week. And I should add, and which I should have added, is that with the ARP, the $300 a week have now been extended to every week between March 13th and September 4th, 2021. So this will be quite, positive for unemployment claimants who are struggling. And with this, sometimes, like I mentioned before, when you report your income, the amount you earn is subtracted from your weekly benefit amount. But as long as you get at least $1 in weekly benefit amounts from any of these programs, whether it's RA, PEUC, or PUA, you will get the additional $300 a week on top of what you're earning. Lost wage assistance. This is just mainly for people who are new to unemployment and are trying to backdate their claim, or, just struggling, want to learn more. So lost wage assistance is a federal state unemployment benefit that provided $300 in weekly compensation to eligible claimants. To be eligible for LWA, claimants must have been eligible to receive at least $100 in benefits from either RA, PEUC, or PUA. This, especially for RA and PEUC claimants, that is problematic because weekly benefit amounts under those two programs can very often be under $100, whereas PUA, the minimum weekly benefit amount is $125, so it is rare. But if somebody is working and on PUA, if they earned too much and therefore they were getting less than $100 in their weekly benefit amount for the weeks mentioned below, July 26th, August 22nd, 2020, they wouldn't receive it. But this was only for 4 weeks. And this isn't pursuant to any law. This was lost wage assistance was created by executive order. Mixed earner unemployment compensation. MEUC is a temporary program providing additional $100 a week to individuals who are receiving regular UI benefits and earned at least $5,000 in net earnings from self-employment in tax years prior to the individual's initial claim. Individuals must apply for MEUC and supply necessary documentation to prove their net self-employment earnings. If the claim was initially established in 2020, you will send in your tax forms from 2019. And if the initial claim was established in 2021, you use your 2024. And this is just, the miscellaneous information page, the catch-all. Individuals can apply for these programs by going to connect.myflorida.com. And if you don't have a computer, which I know many people don't, you can also apply by calling DEO at 1-833-352-7759. And individuals who have already filed for unemployment but need to have their claim backdated must also call DEO and submit their backdate request over the phone. And claimants who submit these requests need to know that it's going to take a long time. I mean, sometimes claimants have gotten lucky and it's a handful of weeks and the claim is backdated, but very often I see my clients waiting months to get their claim backdated. And I think that's because the volume of claims that have been filed in the state of Florida, not only in the state of Florida, but everywhere, but that's an issue. And so I encourage any of you to check Florida Jobs, all of you to check floridajobs.org for important updates, because that's where you'll hear all about the work search waivers, because currently there's a work search waiver in the state of Florida until April 24th. But again, that may change, but it may not, so it's important because, the work search waiver makes claiming your weeks a lot easier. You don't have to report the 5 employers. You can answer no that you didn't do the work searches. But if that waiver expires without being extended and you fail to do those work searches and make those meet those reporting requirements, there could be holds on your payments and you may be disqualified for benefits. So keep an eye on that. Clients who require legal assistance with their unemployment claim should call Manuela Felix. She's a paralegal in our office. She's wonderful. She's very competent. I like her a lot. And her phone number is 954-736-2490. And so, beg your pardon. So thank you for watching, and tune in Thursdays at noon for more legal learning. Next week, we're going to have Margaret and Courtney. They are attorneys who also work in each unit like myself. They're really smart, really great people. And they're going to be talking about the ACA. And please like and follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Coast to Coast Legal Aid. And there's no spaces in between those words. All right, thank you.